The college basketball experience, Moneyline Mac NBA Big Board on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. You can win up to 325 times your entry with their new Pick 8 challenge. Sign up today using the promo code TCESGPN to claim your special pick and first-time deposit offer up to $250 bonus in cash. Underdog Fantasy promo code TCESGPN. And we're also brought to you by Rhythm. Get the best data-driven props and picks from Rhythm. Claim your 7-day free trial today by going over to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. That is the sportsgamblingpodcast.com/RITHMM today. And welcome, everybody, to the college basketball experience, part of the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. Tuesday night, June the 25th. We are on the eve of the NBA draft, where we will see a lot of names that we have followed for the last year take it to the next level, and we'll see where they fit. But first, I am Moneyline Mac, a.k.a. the former video coordinator for Bob Huggins and Frank Martin. Also known as Mac Tonight over here at the College Basketball Experience. Like I said, man, offseason's rolling along. November 4th will be here before you know it. I want to dive into my final big board. I broke down my top 25 college basketball prospects. I know there's a bunch of foreign guys that are good players as well, and we'll go early in the draft because the NBA draft has kind of been dominated a little bit by the foreign players, especially with their high upside and potential. So, and just like guys like Jokic, Giannis, and so forth. So go check out the NBA Gambling Podcast. We did a mock draft over there earlier tonight, but I want to talk about the guys that we have watched and talk about where I think they could go, how they fit as pros. But first, we got to pay the bills real quick before we dive into the big board. Make sure you check out the Sports Gambling Podcast as they have started up their top 10 fantasy football preview series. They got quarterbacks, tight ends already live, never too early for the National Football League. Boomer, baby. Let's go, NFL. All righty, we are back on the college basketball experience. And I did a top 10 kind of just a discussion about a month ago. Fine-tune this a little more, watch a little more film, watch more games. And we are going to lead it off with my top prospect from the college ranks. He's still my top guy on the board. If I had the number one overall pick, I would take him. I think he's 22-1 right now. That is Stephon Castle. And if everybody that watched UConn last year did it all. Well coached, unselfish. He's got great size, defensive versatility, gets the ball downhill. He can play on ball screens. His biggest knock is he doesn't shoot the ball well enough from the perimeter. I think that will improve over time. They use him in a lot of different ways at UConn. Guarded the opponent's best player, whatever the assignment was from Dan Hurley and company, did it all. It was a big reason why UConn was able to make it back-to-back national championships. The next guy I got on my big board, well, let's go right to his teammate, the big fella, Clingan, baby. 7'3", and that's not a fluke. 7'7" wingspan, an elite rim protector. Changes every shot, even the ones that aren't shot just by not shooting them. He alters those shots. They kick it out. Offensively, he got better and better as the season went along. Plays well off guard penetration. He gets to the dunker spot well. Improved, I thought, from his freshman to sophomore year in the post. So right and left hand, he can finish with both. And biggest knock probably he's big footed because he's 7'3", so he's a little slow feet. He's going to need to keep getting better and better because they're going to put his ass in ball screens in the NBA if you watch it. Noah Phoenix in the chat. Can't wait for the Pistons to draft a stud and make him a bench warmer. Who would win, Detroit Pistons or the Detroit Mercy? The hospital, baby. The NBA version of the hospital is the Detroit Pistons. They're fucking terrible. Bad organization, bad team. The NBA is better though when the Pistons are good, Noah. So I hope the bad boys can get relevant once again, but not anytime soon. Maybe they need a guy like this. Reed Sheppard is my number 3 prospect. Elite 3-point shooter from Kentucky. For some reason, came off the bench. 52% from 3. High basketball IQ. Quick release. Gets a shot off quick. He can play on ball screens too. He can make shots off the bounce. He had 5 assists a game too. I mean, just an all-around really good basketball player. And if he's open, it's going fucking in. Probably the biggest knock is he struggles to score oversized at time. That would be probably the biggest knock on Reed Sheppard. He's going to have a hell of an NBA career. Number 4, Dalton Knecht, the Northern Colorado boy, going over to Tennessee, 1 year at Rocky Top. And boy, did he get his money's worth, because he's going to be a top 10 pick tomorrow night. Dynamic scores at all 3 levels, makes threes off the bounce, catch and shoot. He's good at using screens too. I mean, he pin down staggers in that Rick Barnes offense. And if you switch stuff, he'll make you pay. He'll post you up. Biggest knock is defensively, he was a liability. Luckily for Tennessee, they had 4 really good defenders around him, so they were able to hide him a little bit. So Dalton Knecht going to have a great NBA career. Number 5, and this one may surprise some people. Well, he led the Big East in scoring, and he started his career at South Carolina. Devin Carter, absolute bulldog, carried Providence this last year when Bryce Hopkins went down with an injury. Just plays really, really hard, and gets things done. He improved as a 3-point shooter this last year, up to 40% from 3, or just shy of that. At times, maybe his decision-making wasn't the best just because he plays so hard, but just overall tough as nails, winner, and he's going to have a great NBA career just because he's tough. He guards the basketball, and he's a team guy. So Devin Carter, my number 5. Number 6 from the Colorado Buffaloes. This guy is like the modern-day 3-and-D version. His brother's actually plays for the Oklahoma City Thunder. That's Cody Williams, the young fella from the Colorado Buffs. Good size at the wing, like I said. Could change speeds. Defensive versatility is what you think of. He's got a 7'1" wingspan for a reason. Catch and shoot. He can make shots 40+% from 3. He's got to get a little bit stronger would probably be the biggest knock on him, but get in the weight room. He's going to have a good NBA career if he gets in the right system, in my opinion. I'll go to kind of the guard version of him, and that's Jacoby Walter. He's next on my big board. 6'4", 6'10" wingspan, so kind of like Cody, but a little bit smaller, but he plays the guard position. Scores at all 3 levels. He scores off ball screens, handoffs, defensive versatility as well. I mean, he guarded who he needed to guard at Baylor. At times, they didn't put the ball in his hands as much because they had veteran guards. I think getting in a new system in the NBA, he's gonna blossom wherever he ends up. Kind of like Cody Williams, he's got to get stronger. Jacoby Walter, my number 7 prospect for the college guys in the NBA draft tomorrow night. Number 8, another Kentucky Wildcat, Mr. Bucket Getter, Rob Dillingham. Probably the biggest thing with him is defensively, he can be a liability, and he's not the biggest guy in the world, but he can get buckets. Playmakers off ball screens, handoffs, shot 46% from 3, whatever it was, off catch and shoots, dribble handoffs, good at changing speed. He's crafty, just an all-around scorer. So Rob Dillingham, interested to see where he goes next or tomorrow night, because he's got a unique skill set in being able to score the basketball. From one blue blood to the next one, we got Jared McCain here at number 9. Kind of similar to Dillingham in a way, a little bit, but he's more of a shooter than Dillingham. He's got a little bit of Sheppard and Dillingham. Good shot fake guy, 1-2 dribble pull up, got better and better. He's going to be able to score the basketball at the next level, and that's what he did at Duke, and he got better and better as the year got along. He was a young kid. Probably the big knock on him. A little finesse. Struggles to score against size and physicality at times, but I think with time he'll get better and better. And then he's my number 9. So my number 10 prospect, and I know everybody's going to love this one, Zach Edey. Zach Edey, the big fella. A lot of people don't think that he can play in the NBA. I don't know what they're smoking. This guy, he's 7'4", 7'5", great size. Obviously, I just talked about it. 7'11" wingspan. He's got good touch around the rim. He catches the ball deep in the post. He's going to be able to score over both shoulders. He got better and better throughout his career. And I think one thing that people don't give him enough credit for is he's a good free throw shooter. He shot 75, 80% from the foul line. I think he can develop into a pick and roll, short roll guy where he can make that 15 to 17 footer because if nobody's going to guard him at that range because he's 7'4". The biggest knock is how does he translate defensively? So Zach Edey, his biggest growing pains will be on the defensive side. He's going to guard every single ball screen in America when he gets in that NBA. So Zach Edey, interesting prospect, obviously great college career, rounds out my top 10. Real quick over at I got to pay the bills because we're brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Pick 8 is now live, so you can create entries up to 8 picks with the Underdog, and they will automatically double. You flex your entry so you can still win 325 times what you put in. Plus, if you're already a user, deposit between now and UFC 303 for a 10% bonus cash. Sign up today using that promo code. You guys know the drill. TCESGPN. To claim your special pick, first time deposit offer up to $250 in bonus cash. Underdog Fantasy promo code TCESGPN. And we're also brought to you by Circuit Survivors. They're back better than ever with $16 million in guaranteed prizes. They're the absolute best. Pick 5 NFL teams ATS each week and compete for the $6 million or survive the NFL Gauntlet with the Survivor $10 million prize. Sign up today or sign up in person at Circuit Sports between now and September 7th. And if you don't have your trip booked to Vegas before football, the Ultimate Contest Weekend is a great way to hang out with Ryan and Sean, enjoy some good events over at the greatest sports book in the world, August 22nd through August 24th weekend. All righty, we are back on the college basketball experience, talking NBA prospects. Number 11, the big fella from Baylor, got better and better, rim protector, live athlete, shot blocker, Yves Missi. And I thought he kind of gave them another element in that Baylor system last year. High motor, attacks everything on the offensive glass. He's very raw, is his biggest knock. But like I said, man, got better and better, showed improvement, especially hands, catching the ball, coming off ball screen. So Missi, my number 11 prospect. And number 12, I went back and forth. I went with Khalil Ware, Indiana. Kind of felt like he was always misused for the Hoosiers with Mike Woodson. High upside because of his size and skill. He's a 7-footer that makes shots, pick and pop, 41, 42% from 3. Rim protector, 2 blocks a game at Indiana. He can catch the ball around the rim as well on pick and rolls. Probably the big knock, physicality bothers him. I mean, there's got to be a knock, and if he was flawless, he would be going in the top 3 with his size and athleticism. But probably physicality bothers him, and maybe his motor doesn't run consistently enough to be an elite player. But Khalil Ware, an interesting prospect for the Indiana Hoosiers. At number 13, I got Tristan De Silva. And you guys remember him from Colorado. 6'8" guard, wing, 6'10" wingspan, smooth, playmaker off ball screens, good change of pace, crafty. Not the most athletic guy in the world, but he's just crafty and gets a lot of shit done. Shot the ball 40% from 3 last year. Had a good year. Not biggest knock is he's not the greatest athlete in the world, but he gets a lot of things done. So De Silva is my number 13. Number 14, and this guy was a hell of a college basketball player, and I think he's going to be a good NBA player. Tyler Kolek, floor general, playmaker. Talk about crafty with De Silva. Kolek is crafty. Lefty, gets that ball downhill. He gets you on that hip, Good luck getting back in front. Make shots, 39% from three. Just a winner, man. Won the Big East 2 years ago. Won 25+ games. Got the Sweet 16 this year. Played hurt the whole time. Kolek's going to have a good NBA career. So looking forward to seeing where he ends up tomorrow night. Number 15, Carrington from Pitt. This guy got better and better. And man, I hate Pitt as much as anybody, but you gotta give him his flowers. Good size and length at the guard position. Can get his own shot. Really good from the mid range, coming off ball screens, especially. Late in the clock and get his own shot. Like I said, biggest knock with him, a little more consistency, making shots from the perimeter. Sometimes he creates the shots a little harder than they need to be, but he's a shot maker and creator. So Carrington, he'll go in the first round at some point tomorrow night. This guy slid for unfair reasons. Terrence Shannon, Illinois, obvious reasons with off the floor shit that he was innocent for. Athlete, driver, attack mode, great year at Illinois. Helped him get to the second weekend for the first time in 2 decades. Get shit done. Scores through contact. Always in attack mode. They said he's not a good defender, but I saw him be a good defender at Texas Tech. I think he didn't need to guard at Illinois because they wanted him to. He carried such a high load offensively. I think he gets back to being a good defender at the next level with the size, athleticism. I mean, shit, he's 6'6", 6'8". He should be able to guard multiple positions. Terrence Shannon, I think, is a steal tomorrow night in the NBA draft. Next up, I got the USC guard. No, not Bronny James. Isaiah Collier, big physical guard. He's really good with his body. Good defender because he's able to be physical with that big frame. Scores through contact because of his shoulders, and just a good playmaker overall. 3-point from the perimeter needs to improve consistently. He was around 31%. So that'd be the big knock on him. He's not the biggest guy in the world, too. But Collier going to be a good prospect. And number 18, I got Johnny Furphy from the Kansas Jayhawks. You guys remember him? 6'7", twig, 3-point shooter, makes shots, high IQ, uses screens well. Typical 6'7" white guy that comes off screens, makes shots at Kansas. Did a good job of getting better in transition. Felt like he was able to be efficient when he could get out and run. He's not the most athletic guy in the world. Physicality sometimes can go bother him, but overall a good freshman season at Kansas last year when they needed him. So, and he's got good size and shot making ability. From one shooter to the next, Baylor Shireman from Creighton, similar to Furphy, but older, and he's a lefty. High IQ, uses screens well. Started his career at South Dakota State, had a great career there. Quick release, can make shots in the corner, make shots pick and roll. He started making them off the bounce a little bit, 39% I think last year, and he shot a lot of them. Shireman's going to be a good specialist wherever he ends up. And then my number 20 guy was Ryan Dunn from the University of Virginia. Defensive versatility, kind of that modern day guy, specialist that you bring in. Guards 1 through 4, shot blocker. He blocked 2 shots a game, had 2 steals a game. Guards 1 through 4, like I said. Offensively, he's limited, so he's going to need to develop that side of his game if he wants to be a really, really good pro. I'll talk about 21 through 25 on the other side, but first we got to talk about rhythm. And college basketball will be back before you know it. So will the NFL and college football. So you want to get over to Rhythm, get this downloaded because they got the best scientific data with the algorithms and predictive analytics so you can build your own model. And they got the best projections to stay hot. Claim your 7-day free trial today by going over to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. That is the sportsgamblingpodcast.com/RITHMM today. All righty, we are back on the college basketball experience. I'll go rapid fire a little bit here with 21 through 25. I don't know if these guys will go in the first round tomorrow night. First round, by the way, is tomorrow night, and then Thursday night is the second round. Jalen Tyson from Cal started Texas Tech, crafty guy. Good size at the wing guard position. I think he lacked consistency in my opinion, but a lot of teams are like him just because of his versatility. So he's going to be an interesting name to follow tomorrow night. Keyshawn George from Miami, the freshman, talented wing guard, good size, scores the ball. You can ISO him. He really has skyrocketed here recently. So a name to keep an eye out on. Everybody's favorite, Flopkowski. He's really gone down on boards, in my opinion, based off where everybody thought he was going to be projected, especially at the beginning of the year. He's a finesse guy. I mean, even the hardcore Duke fans, I don't think can argue that he's a finesse guy. Physicality bothered him. Obviously, he had one of the softest scenes of the college basketball season history last year. But Filipowski, interesting pro at the next level, but got to get a lot tougher. There's no doubt about that. Adam Bona from Bona. I never can pronounce his name. From UCLA, live, big body, played in some big games. So he's a role guy at the next level, probably an early second round guy, but I had him as my 24th guy. He played at McCronin, UCLA, good culture. And 25, Colby will like this one. KJ Simpson, point guard for the Colorado Buffaloes, floor general, makes shots, runs a show, just good all-around player. He could stick around in the league, just be a nice role piece, come off the bench and have a nice career. So that does it, man. That's my top 25 college basketball prospects. I don't know if there will be that many more that will get drafted. Reminder, there's only 60 picks, and the foreign guys usually have about 20 picks, 20 to 25 picks. So interested to see how things shake out tomorrow night. Go check out our mock draft over there that we did earlier tonight. That's all I got, guys. Make sure you check out all our different channels. All 134 college football previews with Colby and those guys leading you up. They did the SEC. Now they're doing the Mountain West. Big Ten after that. Noah's breaking down college baseball. Omaha's done, but the coaching carousel begins. Obviously, I got you covered on the college basketball experience, and we will continue our summer coaches tours. Got a couple more lined up here, and then we'll get you all the way through the summer and start doing some early conference previews here. Never can start on those too early. I know we don't have odds, but we can start looking at some teams that we might circle that we want to bet on. But yeah, Big 12 experience. We dropped a storylines episode today. Go check out all the shows. Go check out the Main Sports Gambling Podcast. We all come together on YouTube at The College Experience. That's all I got. I appreciate you guys rocking with me on this draft edition of the College Basketball Experience. Back tonight, signing off over at the College Basketball Experience. You better start thinking about yours. And we are out of here.